I am having a day. I mean, I realize I'm usually having a day, but like today is also like more of a day than usual. I feel like I sound really rough. Do I sound rough? I'm signed into the wrong account. Aren't I? Sorry, I'm checking on something else. I think I'm signed into my wrong YouTube account. Okay, well that doesn't. We're trying. Okay. No, I am signed into the wrong account. I mean, it doesn't much matter. That's just fine. I just have to like switch things. It's ugh. What I wanted to... It's fine. It's fine. There, the live control room. That's what I wanted. We're working on it. Okay. Great. Yeah, we're having a day. We're having a day and we're having a time, and it's just is what it is. I don't even have my lights turned on yet. To be fair, like, I was super absorbed in my cat because I couldn't find her this morning. I couldn't find my cat, which, you know, as a pet owner is like the scariest thing possible, to be like, oh, it's too bright outside. Like, the scariest thing as a pet owner is when you're like, are you eating something you're not supposed to be eating? Yeah, that's right. And could not find my cat. I'm like, oh my god, where is she? And finally, I'm like, you know what? I probably need my glasses. So I go and I get my glasses and I turn around and I have a chair in the corner of my room. And I have this chair specifically for her to sit on, and she never does. But it's like, it's propped right next to my bedroom window, so like if she wants to like sit there and sun herself, she does like sleeping under it, but she never gets on top of it. And sure enough, she's sitting there on top of it, which she never does, looking at me, and I'm like, you're adorable. Also, like, I can show you because I took pictures because she was freaking adorable. Look at that. Look at that. She's gorgeous. She's the love of my life. To be fair, like, I upset her yesterday. Everything froze on OBS, so I'm pausing for a second. Yeah, yesterday I kind of messed her up because I went to work, which I haven't been able to work because of the hurricane for like 3 weeks. And then I had to get groceries and pick up my prescription. And the thing is, I wanted to pick up my prescription first because my grocery pickup wasn't until like 6. So the plan was, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to my local pharmacy to pick up my prescription and then get like food, bring it to my mom as like a treat, and then I'll get groceries. And I was having a day where I was like super overly energized, and then I crashed really hard, which is why this is late, because I crashed so hard. So I was like, oh, well, I'm gonna stop and drop all my stuff from work at home because I'll be driving right past my house on the way to the pharmacy, because my pharmacy is like right down the road from my house, which is so useful. It's so useful. Like, underrated thing is being able to live close to your local pharmacy. So underrated. It's so important. So I stop at home, And I give her a little kissy when I get home because she's like, oh my gosh, you're home. And she thinks, oh, I'm going to get food now because the person's home, which means I get to eat. And I leave. And I leave, not for like an hour, I leave for 2 whole hours to go and get groceries. And she was so upset. She was so upset. And I understand she was upset. It messes your pet up when you do that. Anyway, yeah, and then I got really physically unwell. And I was like, oh, shoot. And fell asleep at like 8 o'clock, which is, it's bad time. Anyway, so let's do advertisements because otherwise I'm going to keep talking and I don't need to be talking. So. This is my website. It's down in the description below. We have a ton of like useful and fun things here, like my gallery. We have a ton of important links. For example, listen to this. It is this album that I am on. I'm on this one. You should listen to it. It's really good. It's really good. It's really, really good. Go listen to it. No, I'm not logged in because I don't use Spotify. I use everything except Spotify, but like, I never use Spotify. I need to use Spotify. But you should listen to this. You should listen to this. Even if you don't listen to it on Spotify, like, listen to it. If you don't want to listen to it on Spotify, go to my video where I talk about this because there's other links there. Also, this is my Halloween merch. That is this link. We have fun, creepy stuff to do. I'm proud of my merch. I like it. I say that every year. I'm like, oh, I think this is the most genius thing I've ever done. But genuinely, like, I want this print specifically. I want this one. I want it so bad. Like, it's so simple. It's so simple. But I'm very proud of it. I'm very proud of it. I drew it on stream, actually. So that's the whole thing. I don't know why I drew it on stream. I was just like, oh, I need to make time to make sure that I do this. And so I did. The other link is either way at the bottom down here, or it's in the description below. It will lead you here, which has our rules so that we can all be good community members and have a silly fun time, because if we don't follow these rules, we won't be having a silly fun time. In fact, you're going to see me get very, very angry, and we don't want to do that, do we? Because that would be a really bad time. If you scroll a little bit further, you will see a ton of important resources. Now, some of them stay permanently, some of them are less permanent. For example, we have the Screen Actors Guild video game strike that's going on right now because, yeah, AI is like a massive issue right now, and we're ignoring it. Everybody's ignoring it, but I'm not happy about it. Generative AI is evil, okay? Generative AI is evil. Like, we could use generative AI for like art restoration, but that's not where we're using it. Instead, we're using it to screw over creatives, and I hate it. 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 Anyway. The rage needs to leave my body, because otherwise I'm going to give myself high blood pressure. I'm not going to do that. I can't do that. My dad used to say, I don't have high blood pressure. I give high blood pressure. My goal is to neither have nor give high blood pressure. But so help me, I am such a ball of anger and anxiety that, it's hard. Oh, it's fine. 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 in other news, I had to totally reshoot an episode of my Halloween event because I went to edit it and the lighting was just so jank and I was angry. The good thing is the other 2 episodes I'm probably going to film at the same time, so I just have to do all the prep work. Because I know that once I actually get into it, it's going to be super easy to edit. It's just a matter of getting it done. I started in July, and it was not soon enough. And I knew it wouldn't be. I started filming in July. Usually, like, with my earliest Halloween events, my earliest Halloween event, I started a week before I did it. My second Halloween event, I started in August. And now we have evolved to the point where I am starting my Halloween event as soon as the last one ends. It is the cycle of creation that just... It's fine. And then at the same time, my brain, oh my god, my neurodivergent, fucked up brain wants to focus on something completely different. And that is not helpful right now because I have to finish my Halloween event. And right now, all my brain wants to focus on is the thing that is slated for December. And that's not what I need right now. I need to focus on Halloween. And at the same time, I want a game. We have the Dead by Daylight event, which I haven't been able to play. The Haunted by Daylight event, and I really want to play it because the cosmetics look cool and I want to play it, and I want to play it because it looks fun. And I haven't been able to play it because I'm trying so hard to just like focus on the work, and it's punishing myself. And I'm talking way too long about this, but like I need to get it out. So if you're watching the VOD, just skip past this. And then I have really gotten the urge to play Mass Effect again. So I want to play Mass Effect, which, oh god, I'm just gonna do this on my phone. When did I finish? It was a couple years ago that I finished my Mass Effect playthrough, because the last time I played Mass Effect, it was on stream. So, oh god, that was not a choice. Okay, can I just like... 2 years ago. So it was 2 years ago that I last played Mass Effect. Two whole years ago. It was 2 years ago. It was 2 years ago. So like I've really... Why does my camera look weird again? I don't know. So it's been 2 years and I'm like, oh, I want to play that again. So I'm trying to do that in my spare time, and it's not really going well, because it's spare time that I don't have. And pretty much the only time I have like consistent okay time to game is on stream. And that's the whole thing. I forgot that I have audio monitoring on. I don't want to do audio monitoring right this second. Let me turn that off, because if I hear my own voice echoing in my head, I am going to lose my mind. Yes, I will. Anyway, please. I love that you can hear my buttons pushing. I didn't realize that. Okay, can we just... Advanced audio properties. There There! Now I'm not going to lose my mind. So incredibly easy. Wow. Wrong button. There we go. We're waiting for Dishonored now, but it's just kind of a matter of... Oh. It flashed up and then stopped. Anyway, yeah, loading. Yeah, like, I started doing game streams in college because I was finding that I got, like, so focused on my schoolwork that I was not making time for hobbies, and it was stressing me out so badly. So I started streaming. And at first it was actually like super casual. I wasn't like scheduling time for it. Why has this all gotten so dark? There we go, that's better. I started just like streaming because I was like, oh, well, this will like help, I guess. And it did. And that was just unscheduled until I think with, what's it called? This is way too loud on my ears. Until Heavy Rain. Then that, I think, was scheduled. That was the first one that was actually scheduled. And that was me reserving time to play games, at least an hour, so that I could just better handle everything. Because if I set aside the time for a certain task, it is reserved. My brain is like, okay, that's squared away. I'm going to make sure that happens, no matter what. And it's been a lot better for my mental health, to be fair. That's not pleasant. I'm gonna have to go because this is apparently spilling. I don't know why, but it's spilling, so I need to go and get paper towels now. So you can hang out with Emily and Corvo. Wrong button. Okay, so I checked on my cat too while I was away because she is adorable and I love her, and that is the whole purpose of life. And I opened the window for her too so she could look outside, like the blinds, not the actual window itself. And she's not even doing that. She's listening to me in the other room, and it's adorable. Anyway. must continue. The Clockwork Mansion. Yeah, no, it keeps leaking. What is... My cup is leaking and I don't know why. Well, that's disappointing because I love this cup. Anyway. I did my inhaler so we can actually breathe. So, the Clockwork Mansion. Anton Sokolov is being held at the mansion of Kirin Jindosh, grand inventor to the Duke and creator of the Clockwork Soldier. Get inside, rescue Sokolov, and eliminate Jindosh before he builds an army of Clockwork Soldiers. We need bullets. We're gonna need a lot of bullets. Oh my god, this... one second. I plugged the wire in wrong and it's like... hovering. Anyway. Okay. Sorry, I was drawing so my DPI is low. What's over here? Woo! I need to... Yeah, we're not gonna eat rotten food. Oh!
Playing dice tonight. You in?
You bet.
Ah. I need to level this up, don't I?
I thought that...
Don't worry about it. Are you... Oh, he's super dead. Everything looks very dark to me all of a sudden. Ah, that would be why. Sorry, I'm reacclimating.
I'll tell you a story about Kirin Jindosh, a prodigy from Karnaka. Self-taught, he was hailed by the Academy of Natural Philosophy as a genius who would surpass Sokolov and bring about an age of enlightenment. But just 2 years after his arrival, he was banned from the Academy for life, for reasons that are still not public. When they deported him, he left behind a machine that drank seawater, playing music.
What the fuck happened? That wasn't me.
They brought listeners to tears. They probably took it apart, and it has never worked since.
So he was capable of beautiful things, but it is a common story. A person has stopped breathing. We already read this. Yeah. Did we read this? Yeah, we did. Okay, great. Nothing for me to read. I'm happy with that. Don't know why I did that. I meant to hit this. Leave me alone, because I have to do this. It's not my fault. Okay, can we... Following me. Well. I mean, at least we're robbing the dead right now. It's fine. Month of Songs. Lady Coddington brought silk scarves from her boutique, one of which Mr. Prospero used to gently strangle her. I maintained a count on her pulse and observed her breathing. When the life signs faded, we left her still for 2 full minutes before reviving her. Was it really the void she described? Have we succeeded in seeing the unseeable? My hand trembles as I recall the intensity in her eyes as she struggled to recount with broken voice what she felt during those 2 minutes. Month of Earth, I convinced our little group that less gentle methods were needed if our desire to meet the outsider was sincere, bloodfly fever voluntarily induced. That will be our way to the void. After procuring a few blood flies and some Addermeyer solution, we coated our hands with the elixir before exposing them to the vivarium? The stinging was unbearable. Lady Coddington fainted immediately. I was the last one to remove my hands. The fever was quick to set in. As I faded in and out of consciousness, ocean waves pounded above me. There were silhouettes in the distance and shimmering black rocks. A timeless passing in an unthinkable place, while delirium held us for a few hours. I must get back there as soon as possible, when my wounds have healed. So they did this on purpose. Great. Hello! Hi! Hello! Hey! Hi! How are you? Hi! Hi! You never want to come up. Who am I kidding? You're not a big sociable kitty. Did you guys see her come in? Hi! My sweet cat! She's so cute! You're cute! Did you know that? You're very cute! Come here. No, you don't want to be. I'm not gonna force her. I'm not gonna force her. I feel mean otherwise. The Crown Killer is watching. Well, not anymore, because we destroyed the Crown Killer. You're fine. Oh, shit. Money and a nice medal, I guess. Major Bonneville, thank you again for your help. Without you, it would have been impossible to trace the final members of the Grand Guard who were with Stilton that night 3 years ago. The last man had made it all the way north of Maya, if you can believe it, and was recovering at a Tivian asylum for the poor, claiming to have seen all manner of strange things on the night of Stilton's last social gathering. He even described an exotic hooded figure visiting the mansion, perhaps someone connected to Stilton's disappearance. Such matters are best left to military men such as yourself, I suppose. I still have your bank agent's name and address. Rest assured, your final payment will be delivered soon. I'm also sending a small flask of liquor that is close to my heart, made from the pomace left over after wine grapes have been pressed. Please think of me as you enjoy. Truly yours, Brianna Ashworth. I think you were poisoned. Or... real quick. I think that's the way to go. Did I read this? No, I didn't. We were only miles from shore, but our approach was marred by numerous hidden reefs and jagged rocks. They lay shallow when we spied 2 vessels that had succumbed to them some time ago. The remaining crew was uncharacteristically silent as we edged by the weathered wrecks. The first mate declared a particularly narrow channel to be unpassable, but the captain dispatched 10 crewmen onto the submerged coral with sledgehammers. Thereafter, each chest deep in the water, they pulled the Antonia Aquilo into the tiny channel with ropes. It proved a marvelous solution. However, just as we were about to lower the rope ladders, tragedy struck, as the men were beset by a school of reef-dwelling eels. Apparently, their toxic bites were quite painful. From the railing, we could see them swarming the men, who begged us for aid before succumbing to the paralytic effects of the toxin. Within moments, all were still in the water. We continue on in silence, and by sunset we had cleared the bars and put anchor in a bay with a red rock beach and emerald overgrowth beyond. I confess I was near giddy to put my feet on land again. The smell of ripening fruits and warm earth was as pleasing to me as a cherished vintage. We gathered wood and made fires, and indulged in some tinned meat and lemons from our stores. How good it was to slumber on the beach with the crackle of embers nearby, having finally escaped the cramped and damp quarters of our vessel. We took turns with the watch and passed a quiet night. At last we stood on Pandician soil. There was a definitive moment when people stopped calling Emily Caldwin the Child Empress. It came after an ambush by the Regenters, an extremist group who wanted to return Dunwall to the authoritarianism of the Lord Regent's time. On the way back to Dunwall Tower, Caldwin's carriage was blocked between two gates, with her attackers firing pistols and even throwing a grenade. With the royal protector too far away to be of service, the young empress, only 14, found herself all alone in the carriage, save her friend Alexei Mayhew. Oh, Alexei! Caldwin's supporters are lucky that Mayhew was there, as she was brave enough to grab a grenade that had landed at their feet, throwing it back at the assailants and saving the empress. When one of the men dropped down from the forward gate, it was Emily Caldwin who yanked free a short railway brace and beat the man senseless with it. With the city watch closing in, the two girls held their ground against the debris of the carriage until the situation was secure. It is said that Emily Caldwin refused to have the Regenters executed for their crimes, and this is hailed by many as her first adult decision as empress. Really? I feel like I went through this exact situation. Ooh, an apple. Carrots. Okay. I mean, a snack is nice. "25th day, month of Timber, 1851. Janice, you'll find everything in the safe. I've written the combination in the usual place. You know where to look in the office. I changed all the safe tumblers recently because I feel like I'm being followed. Pretty sure I heard shuffling and heavy breathing from somewhere nearby in the dark while I was closing up for the night. It's not the Grand Guard this time, but we're being watched for certain. It's probably safer to postpone our next gathering. Can you warn the others? I'll leave for Calera when I'm done with today's clients. Corey Brockburn." Ah. 5, 4. Five, 4, 8. All members present. Primary agenda, possible actions for the upcoming anniversary of the death of Empress Jasmine Caldwin. Proposal by Corey Brockburn. Letter to the Karnaca Gazette explaining that while her murder was reprehensible, the end results may have been positive for the Empire. Action motion approved unanimously. Proposal by Janice Tynes. Members wear Lord Regent's crest armbands on the anniversary. Objection by Corey Brockburn. Lovely idea, but it may hurt business for members who need to deal with many clients on that day. Clients may find it in poor taste. Action, 4 votes against, 3 votes in favor, motion rejected. Counter proposal by Janice Tynes. Armbands could be worn on the 15th anniversary of the Lord Regent's unlawful arrest. Motion approved unanimously. Proposal by Theodore Bennett. I can't pronounce that. I feel bad. Campaign demanding wider deployment of Wall of Light, brought back into use in Karnaca by the Duke Luca Appel. The boldest measures are the safest. Action vote delayed until word comes from Grand Guard leadership, collecting facts on reductions in crime across Karnaca. Proposal added to agenda for next gathering. Cocktails and spirits served. So I guess they stopped using the Wall of Light and then picked it up again. Oh, I'll just fucking rob you guys. I don't feel bad now. I can't drink it, so there's no point.
When the Grand Guard go into the place and see it packed solid with blood flies, they burn the building to the ground, and the one on the other side.
They may just smoke flash it. Either way, the jewels will be ruined. We're not giving our money.
Have some faith. It'll just be more complicated than I thought it would be.
The Dukes let the blood flies get out of hand this year. And we're gonna catch a flight.
Nobody's looking out for nobody right now. We'll go back tonight and dig the jewels out. After that, we'll make a quick exit from Karnaca.
Okay, I remember that one and I remember that one. Oh!
Someone there. Holy shit, you're so dead.
Help you onto a path. Now, let us be lost here together for a moment.
Well, I don't know where I am now.
Show yourself and state your name.
I didn't kill anybody. I forgot to move my camera down.
What the? Stop! Let it go! It's you and me now!
Bro, you killed your buddy!
About wherever you are. Won't hurt you. Need some help over here. I'll be right there.
Are you kidding me? Okay. Okay, there's too many. I'm dead. Okay, wonderful. Lovely. I'll fix this. And I just reloaded because you died, my good man. Like... Wrong button. No you fucking won't. You guys never remember to look up.
You don't stand a chance anyway. At last. End of the road for you. Can't see anyway.
Until they do.
At your command. Protect you. This can't be.
Oh, damn. I think we might do that though, I think that might be the play. I want to use my shadow walk. Just for fun.
About wherever you are. Come on. Won't hurt you. Holy shit. Oh boy. What possible? What?
Is the other guy dead? Is that gonna count against me? I didn't kill him. I don't want him to die. Okay, that was fun, but I think it's just time to go simple.
I'll find you, you know.
And never mind, I'm fucked.
You aren't doing anything. She's wounded. Let's finish her.
I'll be wiping off your blood later.
One of us is down. Take it.
Hold still.
I'm having the worst time.
Damn you. Die. Die already.
Well, I'm trying to figure this out in a way that I can't kill anybody, but I'm not doing great. This is fine. This is fine.
I won't hurt you. Come back here.
Okay, great. That was all I had to do. I'm an idiot. No. Oh, dear.
No way. End of the road.
I saw a pistol. Okay, I guess I can't get up there. Okay, well, I'm gonna go talk to this guy.
Hey, appreciate it. I'll let you in on a secret. I saw people coming and going recently, looking for whale oil, up to something.
That was not actually helpful, but thank you, sir.
You watch yourself. The Grand Guard are too friendly to strangers.
How much money do I have? Not bad, not bad, not bad. Today, risking my very life, I bring you probing questions about our new Empress Delilah Caldwin, or, depending on your political leanings, Delilah Copperspoon. Is it true that her mother was a kitchen maid employed in Dunwall Tower? Even so, if so, that does not prove she was Emperor Euhorn Caldwin's daughter. If the Emperor did in fact have a second secret daughter, making her the true heir to the Caldwin throne, why didn't he make the proper arrangements? Outside speculation, what else do we know about our Empress Delilah? What can the Silver Spike tell you beyond marketplace gossip? We can date her past from the time she claims to have grown up in Jessamine's shadow. We know when Delilah's most regarded paintings were bought and sold, but where was she between those earlier times and this year when she ascended the throne in Dunwall? Such a long gap away is suspicious, is it not? No artwork sold, not even an address record. No neighbors stepping forward with juicy tales from the long period before she arrived in Karnaca just 3 years ago. Therein lies a mystery worth cracking, dear readers. Her activities in the time before she was first seen with our dear Duke Luca Abel. I speak somehow. Oh, that's a glitch.
Greetings. I serve with discretion. I don't know you. I'm new to Karnaca. I need a tool that can rewire a wall of light, the kind the Grand Guard uses, and I'd prefer not to explain myself.
I can help you out, but not right now. Don't even linger here. I'm supposed to get a visit from Paolo, someone you don't want to meet. Come back later.
Understood.
You should go. We can do business another time. Like I said.
Oh shit, I ran right into him.
Who do we have here? I wonder why your face is covered, lady.
That's my business. Who are you supposed to be?
I'm Paolo. In this part of town, everything's my business. And slumming rich kids should remember all that etiquette they learned. Maybe you need another lesson. Is that what you came down here for?
No, it was...
Don't tolerate riders. Leave while you can.
I fucked it up. Yeah, we can see the conversation. I did not realize that was open. That would have made things much more easy. Much easier. Sometimes there's glitches. Wait, why can we not hear anything? Literally right at the window. Why can we hear here but not the other place?
Because I like you. By next week.
That's fair. I made a bad faith trade and I regret it. You'll have the peppers, I promise.
Good, good. These are strange
with the guard, I'm happy to serve.
First of all,
A deal well made. A pleasure to do business. You won't be sorry.
okay.
Sometimes I wish I had the Grand Inventor among my... Let's see. I have some upgrade plans for your gear. I used to own a cafe down at the docks, but the smell of fish blood was stronger than the smell of morning coffee. I had to sell it.
Okay, well, that's good enough.
Keep to the shadows. That's my advice.
I will.
I sleep in the shop most nights. The city's not safe.
You can break into the shops, which is certainly interesting. Coming up here did not actually help me. And I can't loot this, but I can disarm it at the very least.
Someone should have come through already.
Hush. You'll tip off the mark.
How long are you gonna wait for some lost aristocrat to stumble through?
Long as it takes. You want to eat, right? Huh? Time to die, little girl.
Yeah. That absolutely worked on you.
Someone is going on trouble over there. Oh, damn you!
Go anywhere.
Let go. I'll crush you to pieces. Parasite. No. You shouldn't have wandered out.
You guys killed him, not me. I'd rather go back.
I think he's here. Hide yourself.
Are you?
Too late to run. I've been hide until Paolo's gone.
One wrong word and I'm stuck over here.
He's stuck. I mean, as funny as this is, okay. Yeah, no. I hate this, but it's fine.
Lock it down. This won't take long. Make sure you have some privacy.
I've taken way too long for this. Way too long. I miss my cat.
I need 8 new cutters.
I don't know what you mean.
Because last time you gave me some backlog foundry. Garbage wouldn't hold an inch. And snapped against Grand Guard armor.
I got taken on that deal too. But I'll make it up to you, Paolo. Drop off maybe 10%?
30. Because I like you. By next week.
That's fair. I made a bad faith trade and I regret it. You'll have the cutters, I promise.
I like this black market lady.
Good, good. These are strange times. Overseers in the Dust District are witch emperors and these clockwork soldiers protecting their stalkers. All bad for business. But if I get my way, Karnaca will be a different city a year from now.
Yay, there we go.
Greetings. I serve with discretion. Things were so much better just a decade ago. This is what I have for upgrading your...
Yes.
A pleasure to do business. A deal well made. You won't be sorry. I hope you'll think of me again.
I hope that I'll be back, even though I know that I won't be. Wait, did I just... I loaded it. I loaded instead of saving. Oh. This didn't happen. This didn't happen. I had an idiot moment.
Lock it down. This won't take long. Make sure we have some privacy.
voice is Paolo again?
I'm not taking on that deal too. But I'll make it up to you, Paolo. Well, maybe 10%?
Because I like you.
Ah, Pedro Pascal.
That's fair. I made a bad faith trade and I'd regret it. You'll have the covers, I promise.
Good, good. These are strange times. Overseers in the dustless work of rich embers, as clockwork soldiers protecting their stalkers. All bad for business. But if I get my own money, I'll have a different city everywhere.
Sometimes the animations don't play right, and that's kind of interesting. Anyway, let's just zoom through this because even though I like ya, hun, like
Some upgrade plans for your
we've gone through this too many times, so it's no longer fun. It's kind of annoying, and it's 100% my fault, but it does not change the fact that it is annoying. Bye, hun. Now, I'm hitting save. We're not doing this again. We're done.
someone should have come through already.
Hush. Tip off the mark.
How long are you gonna wait for some lost aristocrat?
Let's see what you got. What's going on?
I died. I died instead. I died instead. I died instead. Did I forget? I forgot to buy the sleep darts, didn't I? Yeah, I did.
I hope you'll think of me again.
I would love to come back, but unfortunately I don't think we're going to. Although, granted, last time I said that, I reloaded the wrong save and things went bad. So...
Someone should have come through already.
Hush. Tip off the mark.
You're gonna wait for some lost aristocrat.
At least I haven't accidentally muted myself.
Hey, what happened here?
Shit!
Yale, you screwed me. Paolo was where you said he'd be, alone. We knifed him 50 times. He was choking blood when I drove a rail spike through the side of his head. Then he was just gone, and there weren't nothing but a bunch of rats. Not sure how he pulled that trick, but you must have known, scumbag. Next day, Paolo came back with 10 howlers. Got us a couple of times. Dragged Brenda and Toma screaming into the street and bashed out all their teeth with a hammer. Put that crazy powder in their eyes, had them seeing terrible things, screaming like carnival clowns, mouths all running red. Then Paolo gave the word, and they shot him with those screaming darts they use. I stayed hid. So I'm finished, asshole, and I bet you were working with the howlers all along. I swear if I ever see you again, I'll stick you, Sabine. Come on. I love Far Reach. I love Far Reach. Well, apparently, every time I say, oh, I wish I could come back here, I end up somehow ending up back here, so I don't want to see you ever again. I'm hitting random buttons, aren't I? Oh my god. So help me. If we have to do this one more time, I'm just gonna lose my mind. So you know what? We're gonna save right here. Overwrite. Yes. Yes. We're not doing this again. We're just not. Oh god, I wasted that. Guest editor, The Howler Blight. The letter published last week by the Gazette was an outrage. How could Madame Anto suggest that the Dust District and even Karnaca itself would be better off if we legitimized Paolo and his howlers in any way? Instead, decent folk should hope to wake one morning and read that Paolo is finally dead or in jail. And why should we be wary of the Abbey? Only a witch need worry about the wrath of the overseers. The howlers are nothing but a bunch of cutthroats who never worked a day in their lives. life. Everything they have, they stole. If you want their so-called protection, it comes at a price. On the contrary, overseers have dedicated their lives to spreading the good values of the Seven Strictures. Believe me, the dust in Batista is not in our streets, but in our hearts. And only the Abbey will make us clean again. Sebastian Armitage. Well, that's, that's a choice. You know what? Brain. I got turned around. All this money. Ah! One of the booth keys has been stolen again. This time I'm not having it remade, so you'll have to share the remaining key. Pippa, when your shift is over, just wait for Narisco to arrive, then hand the key over to him. Narisco, you wait for Daniel, and so on. Nobody leave the key in some stupid hidey hole or whatever. If the last key is lost or stolen, we won't be able to open the booth, and you'll all be out of work. If you're worried, pull your coin and have another key made. Or go and buy the old one back from the black market, as I'm pretty sure that's where it is now. Aventa Station Management. Well, you're a terrible boss, but okay. How much money do I have now? Wrong button. 340? Oh, too bad. You're too late, man. It's like a roller coaster. Literally. Not as fast and exciting. I need to go to a theme park again.
See Jindosh's mansion from here.
They have all these like Halloween events at my local theme parks. I say local theme parks. I live in Florida. It's kind of like an obvious thing. I want to go to one of the Halloween events, and like none of my friends want to go. So at some point, I should probably just go on my own. But like money's tight, to be fair. Money's tight right now, so that's not like a thing. But like I want to go to a theme park and just ride some roller coasters. And if I go to a Halloween event and I splatter fake blood on my face, nobody will care. I love doing that. We're gonna have a Halloween stream, guys. I just assigned that randomly, but like we're gonna have a Halloween stream, okay? It's gonna be a good time. This is gonna be a fun time. Okay, 1 second. We're just gonna. There we go. Okay, control. I don't have any.
At the officers' club later. This won't take long.
Oh, shoot. Let's manage. Okay, so stinging bolts are good for management. Come here.
Back from mercy.
Yeah, you guys are so elite. Like, so elite. To all personnel, after last week's disaster, the Grand Inventor, Kieran Jindosh, circulated the following information related to his Clockwork soldiers. All Grand Guard personnel should read this report. The Clockwork soldier is protected by armored wooden plates. If some miscreant destroys these, there's nothing protecting the vulnerable mechanisms underneath. If something knocks the clockwork off its head, the thing will attack anyone it can, ally or not. That means you. Given the expensive optics Mr. Jindosh has provided each clockwork with, they can see in front and in the back. Remember that if another one of them goes haywire, if some fool is able to get close enough, there's a small panel in each clockwork that can be rewired, which will invert their perception of friend and foe. Again, that means you get attacked. Keep these things in mind, and the clockworks will be an asset and not a liability. 3rd Lieutenant Fiora Diaz, Lower City Technical Office, Grand Circonan Guard. You know what? Oh, there are more. Oh, damn. That was rude. Oh, fuck. Jeez, punch a lady? How rude. At the very least, now I can rob at my leisure, so like... Yeah, why be subtle? Being subtle is like... statement issued from the Grand Palace today, signed by Duke Abel, indicates that Dr. Alexandria Hypatia has resigned from her position as chief alchemist at Addermeyer Institute for issues concerning her health. Additionally, the statement advises the Addermeyer will remain closed for the foreseeable future. The statement did not mention the fate of the various cures Dr. Hypatia has been developing. Readers will know her popular Addermeyer solution, which is said to help miners with their work-related maladies, as well as combating blood fly fever. Thank God. Only 20,000? Only 20,000? That's so little. I should probably equip some bone charms. Ooh, that one's good for us. Beware a strange sound like the clanking of a factory machine. You might be seconds from an encounter with the latest work of our grand inventor Kiran Jindosh. And what should we think of these new marvels of industry coveted by the wealthiest members of Karnakan society and standing vigil over their estates? I will tell you, these clockwork soldiers are a danger to us all, taking lives with all the morality of a shopkeeper's adding machine. They fight for days without rest, as long as the whale oil tanks hidden in their backs don't run dry. Tyranny awaits unless we act now and re-establish the lawful society established by the former Duke of Sarkonos, twice the leader his indolent, irresponsible son has proven to be. Citizens of Karnaka, fight to get these clankers off our streets. Okay? Seems a little extreme. I think I went a little too hard for that. Money! The fact that you're just now noticing that is a concern. I'm just in somebody's bathroom. Okay. Okay, damn, I'm doing good on health then. The new gate code is 302. That's why you destroy the nodes. That's your own fault, bro. Ooh. Nice.
Need some help over here.
No mercy!
Oh shit.
She's wounded! Let's finish her.
I was trying to hit the buttons. It started to hurt. It's okay. It's just the motion blur. I swear there are times that I need like fucking seasickness medication just to play games.
She's back.
Where's the other one? Okay. Lieutenant Rakos, by now you've had time to think it over. I'm in a good position where I'm at, and I've got some deal going with 4 others in the guard spread out over Kanaka. People I trust, watching major entry points. The offer's unchanged. If our very important person from Dunwall comes through, alone or with anyone else, and you're part of the squad taking them down, do whatever it takes to keep it quiet. Whatever it takes. Bring the body to me and we'll all gather up. The 6 of us will take credit for the arrest and we'll split the Duke's money. Money and maybe a post in the Grand Palace? Stick with us in this, Lieutenant, and you'll increase your odds, but don't tell a single soul.
Maybe she took the stairs. Over there! On the stairs!
You know, Bella is a friend of the Duke's. She and her husband were one of those clockwork soldiers months before anyone else. They had a party, and we uncrated it.
Why should I trust
can't
someone
do
who
anything
hides
for
their
you.
face?
You'd better run.
People don't hide their faces unless they're up to something bad.
Someone! That's not right! Someone! Protect me!
Someone! Anyone!
Yeah, I already took out everybody else, so you're fine. That was not new. Okay, great. Much has been written on Theodan Isabel and his sons, but in her own quiet way, the Duchess Carla Isabel made contributions to Sarkonos that will never be forgotten. A collector of artwork, she commissioned the painting Radana Isabel's Incongruence with Time from Anton Sokolov. It was a tribute to her late son, Radanis, who died at the hands of a deranged street scoundrel while studying abroad. I'm sorry, that shouldn't be funny. It is, though. The Duchess Isabel was also an architect and busied herself with projects that varied as the building of the Orphans of Seafarers Academy and the installation of the marble flooring in the original ducal palace. The marble was a gift to the Isabel family from the late Empress Jessamine Caldwin, who had the stone quarried from the cliffs of Redmoor. However, the ducal residence was raised to make room for a new palace constructed under the direction of Luca Abel. Substantially, all the artworks and treasures from the old residence were lost or destroyed. She was a private person and rarely made public appearances. She died in her 57th year after a tragic fall from a balcony, or she was murdered. Oh, cool. Okay. Woo. There's an... Is there... Are they all locked? Okay, well that's good. They're actually smart enough to lock their windows, except for this one. Here's the thing. You can do that. We're not going to, though, because I think it's funnier to do this.
The mansion has a strange beauty to it. Maybe I'll find a way to end this without killing Kieran Jindosh.
I am going to take a quick break because I think I need some space for my head right now. So yeah, I'm pretty much just gonna get up and walk around a little bit. And then I'll come back to this. Okay? Okay. Break button is not this one. It's that one. Great. I'll be back. Give me like 5 to 7 minutes. I don't think I took 5 minutes, but that's fine. I feel I feel a lot better now. I needed a moment. All right, let's head into the mansion.
All right, I need to eliminate Jindosh and find Anton Sokolov.
Welcome to my home, stranger. The door is always open to those with the will to pass the threshold. If you're here by appointment, then proceed and bide your time. Otherwise, I'd be remiss if I didn't inform you about the defensive mechanisms employed here, which are quite formidable. Many have entered without invitation, for reasons as myriad as the fish in the ocean. But of those who've dared
You're a
to
jerk.
explore further, very few have found their way back out.
Who would build something like this? And why?
Someone's activated one of the mechanisms in my house.
Jindosh.
My home is always open. It's one of my great curiosities, seeing how the common mind navigates these shifting rules. I'm Kirin Jindosh, but you must know that. Hello? Anyone there? I knew I wasn't mistaken. You skulked about for a time, but in the end, your animal curiosity got the better of you. I challenge you to come find me. Take whatever you seek, but all along the way, and I'll have your body carried to my lab for dissection. I sense you. I know where you are. Rest. Look away. Safety override. Protocol 8. Switching to alternative tactical mode. Triggering electrostatic discharge. Stand clear. Playback for unambiguous enemy. Combat Protocol 6. Unauthorized presence.
I'm stuck.
Playback for combat protocols.
Whoa. Oh my god.
Power protection. The machine is overheating. Shut down moment. This blaze of summoning the machine. Okay, the machine has detected something.
I died. I need to. Okay, so I think that is the right play. I need to go immediately in because I don't want to listen to him talk.
Ah, the space behind the walls. Jindosh.
My home is always open. It's one of my great curiosities, seeing how the common mind navigates these shifting rules. I'm Kirin Jindosh, but you must come back. I knew I wasn't mistaken. You skulked about for a time, but in the end, your animal curiosity got the better of you. I challenge you to come find me. Take whatever you seek, but all along the way, and I'll have your body carried to my lab for dissection. Triggering electrostatic discharge. Stand clear. Enemy evasion successful. Detecting radar for unambiguous enemy. Come back. Forward damage to leg. Are you there? I can't sense your weight on the floor or the sound of your breathing anymore, but it seems like a reasonable guess that somehow you got beyond the inner walls of the house. I sense you. I know where you are.
So this is how it works.
It's cold and mirthless outside the walls, isn't it? Hello? Are you there?
Who's there?
In part, I made this place for luxury and spectacle, I suppose, but it's more than that. This place is a testament to engineering itself.
Oh my. Is that my breath?
I believe coming to lensely focus. The machine is experiencing uncertainty.
I've read this. To my privileged staff today, Mr. Hadros and Miss Viviana will be visiting to purchase a pair of clockwork soldiers. My instructions are as followed. The arc pylon should be stowed beneath the floor. Let's not vaporize our guests. Bring it back up only in the event of a disturbance. Lay out refreshments and prepare dinner for after the contracts have been signed. If they grow restless and demand to see me, tell them I will be with them shortly and escort them to the waiting room. Do not activate the mechanism that lowers the waiting room into the assessment chamber. I will do that once I arrive.
Interesting. I just measured your weight in 2 areas at almost the same time. Just how did you do that? I must admit, I'm quite
Oh, wrong button.
about you. You've made it farther than most.
Found guilty standing in my way. Take
Oh my god, button. That's good enough. I'm not killing you. You're just gonna take a little nap. Let's face it, considering your boss, like, this is a mercy. Oh! Is he dead? Is he dead? Is he dead? Oh, he's dead. Oh, he's dead. He's dead.
I must admit, I'm quite curious about you. You've made it farther than most.
You're not going to die. You're going to take a nap.
Anyone? That's not right.
Jesus. You're so dramatic. So dramatic. Unbelievably dramatic. And not in like a good way, in a annoyance way. It's not as exciting, but like...
Be careful. This was devised to test the limits of the clockwork soldiers. Quite dangerous.
So the high and mighty Anton Sokolov won't deign to aid me in my efforts to make a new version of the Clockwork Soldier. Fine, I have another solution. My electroshock machine, a long side project of little practical use, will be just the thing. If I can find the right calibration, I should be able to damage those parts of Sokolov's mind related to independence and free will, leaving intact his vast intellect and hopefully an even more important quality the man possesses, although it pains me to admit, his legendary creativity.
What cruelty is this? With this machine, maybe you won't have to die after all, Jindosh.
Anyone here? Show yourself. I'll be damned.
That is incredibly rude.
I'll be wiping off
Oops.
your blood later.
Okay, I got the timing right.
Later, I'll be laughing over rum about how you died.
A representative from the Sisters of the Oracular Order in Serkonos paid a surprise visit this week to officials at the Grand Palace, delivering a message that calls into doubt the Order's formerly held position on the illegitimacy of our new Empress, Delilah Caldwin. It seems there is intense disagreement between the sects of the secretive organization. While not a full reversal, the visit to the Grand Palace prompted the following statement from Duke Luca Abel. It pleases me to see that the Sisters of the Oracular Order have come closer to endorsing our beloved Empress Delilah Caldwin. Her recent and valiant coup is an attempt at restoring just rule to the Empire, and I advise the Oracular Order and the ever-stubborn Abbey of the Everyman to immediately embrace Delilah as Empress, accepting her wisdom and authority. We thank the Oracular Sisters for delivering this vision, and we call for a day of celebration. Meanwhile, Vice Overseer Liam Byrne, speaking on behalf of the Abbey of the Everyman, advises restraint, saying that the latest missives from the Oracular Order are still being interpreted and debated. I feel irritation. I don't want to reach you.
The machine has entered combat. Enemy at back. Triggering electrostatic discharge. Stand clear. This plays if someone eludes the machine. Someone behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Can it be? Is that young Emily Caldwin?
Anton, save your strength. I came to take you out of here.
Jendosh has bigger plans than you know. An army of his clockwork soldiers. It would be the end.
I'm going to visit Jindosh too, old friend.
He's so unwell. Grim Alex. Still painting in his old age. My dear Anton, I hope the sound of the clockwork soldier outside your cell doesn't disturb your rest. I find the solid footfalls and gentle electric hum to be soothing. But you may be of a different opinion. In fact, in your condition, the noise might be maddening, especially since the pressure plate for the exit of your cell is positioned tantalizingly within your reach. But should you attempt to venture forth from the assessment chamber like some wrinkled, gray-whiskered rat hunting through a labyrinth for a morsel of cheese, you will find your stoic guardian bearing down on you. You're an intelligent man. I'm sure you don't need it to illustrate what those honed edges would do to your ancient, haggard body. I fucking hate this man.
Okay, the machine has detected something. Playback for detection. We're triggering electrostatic discharge. Stand.
You know what? No, I want to kill this thing. I should probably have... Oh my god. Can we just... Oh my god!
Unauthorized script. Combat protocol 8. Playback for unambiguous enemy. Playback for combat protocol.
Well, that didn't help. Oh, god, I'm dead. We'll get this. I want to kill this thing.
Sokolov.
The machine has lost its quarry. Configuration A. Adapting to layout. Playback indicates some detection without search. Each visitor is another test for the clockwork soldiers. Each makes them better.
Well, I couldn't escape, but it's dead now.
The clockwork you just destroyed served as the prototype for depth perception. I'll collect it and add it to my gallery.
Okay.
You won't get away! Come back here!
What are you waiting for?
I really need another Addermeyer solution. That didn't work.
So you powered down my arc pylon. How resourceful.
To whoever finds this, are you trapped? I know only too well your situation. You see, these are my last words. I have found a spot away from the clutches of those things, but for what? I have no food, no water, and now I grow weak. If there was a chance to escape, then I have missed it. Even writing this note saps any strength I had left. I thought I could beat this contraption, this terrible house, this thing that Jindosh has built, but it has beaten me. If only I had thought to bring water or a morsel of bread. And so I say goodbye to you, my reckless friend. Perhaps you too will die here. I'm sorry for that. If I become a ghost, then I will try to help you. Otherwise, fare thee well. Stanislaw Shepherd, juggler, musician, thief, braggart, and surely a fool. The thing is, though, like, my guy, you were so close. You were, like, unbelievably close. One of the advantages of Sokolov's technologies is that they share the same magnetic socket for the tanks of processed whale oil they use as fuel. When the tank is exhausted, another can be plugged into place with ease, and the process is simple enough that any common workman or even the lower guardsmen of the city watch can handle the task. This applies to the arc pylon and wall of light security systems, as well as the carriages used for transport by those few who are wealthy enough to afford them. The only obvious downside of Sokolov's designs is the volatility of the oil itself. A few incidences have occurred, resulting in damage of property or bodily harm whenever one of the tanks has exploded.
There's only one Kim.
A representative from the Royal Conservatory confirmed today that the site's closure has been extended once again, with no promise of when it might reopen. Curator Brianna Ashworth could not be reached for comment. Readers will remember that an infestation of mites in the Roseboro exhibit forced the closure nearly 6 months ago, though there have been rumors that no exterminators have been hired. The Roseboro exhibit was to be a prestigious event sponsored by the Academy of Natural Philosophy with hopes of attracting numerous experts and guest lecturers from across the aisles. This important exhibition is now on hold indefinitely due to the extended closure. For hopeful visitors, there is nothing to do but wait for further word. Dear readers, you will be fascinated to know that earlier models of my clockwork soldier had human-like faces. Allow me to explain, as you know, from chapters 18 through 22. Nobody wants to read this much of this man. I have been testing the clockwork soldiers against a wide range of enemies. Early in this process, a problem emerged. Would-be thieves and assailants were not intimidated by the delicate ceramic faces of the earlier prototypes. One criminal even believed he recognized an uncle in attempted conversation. Undeterred, I set about redesigning the head mechanism, encasing it in a terrifying visage. I knew I had found the right design when my first test subjects fell to their knees in fear. Bro, that was your guest!
Silver mines.
Many have visited my home, drawn by tales of riches and marvels. It's a puzzle.
Dear Mr. Hadros, it would be my personal pleasure to play host to you and to give a personal demonstration of my clockwork soldiers as you take possession of yours. As you know, the cost is exceptionally high, but once you see one of my creations in action, you will be unable to resist the purchase. Please arrive on the appointed date between the hours of 2 and 3 in the afternoon. It is important that you arrive at the time I have specified, as I might otherwise mistake you for an intruder.
Only the one capable of reaching me deserves to be in my company. Is that you, stranger?
Rude. No, I have a different thing that I have to do. What is that noise?
her.
Triggering electrostatic discharge. Stand clear.
Kneel down to
Tear
your
you to
face.
pieces.
I'm dead. I need an Addermeyer solution. I should probably just go do it. Oh god. Oh my god. Are you okay? I pressed the wrong button, but it's fine. That's incredibly uncreative.
Shit, lost her.
You're rich enough to afford a couple of the clockworks?
It sounds as if you're hurt. Not too badly. Continue on.
That's it! Let's go!
I need to do what? Because I didn't do anything that hurt you at the very least. Please type and send this letter to Nora Amato Foundry. Madam, your idiot foreman has queried me thusly. Any size will do. Any size, he says. No, no, no. The components must be precisely the size specified in my plans. I need assurances that there is someone at your facility who understands this, who will see to it personally that all the parts I've requested will be perfectly uniform, exactly sized and composed of the requested materials. I will not pay a single coin until I have confirmation my requirements will be met. These parts are not just paperweights for my desk. They must fit together within a larger machine after they leave your doors. I await your reply, K. Jindosh. Okay, this may have been a bad choice. Okay. Are you fucking kidding me?
At this point, the clockwork is scouted, entering combat state. Now that you're resting, the last vision was that your explosive that just went off or one of my clockworks?
Both.
Another clockwork down. Each of those costs a princely sum, I assure you. My mind won't stop turning. Profile, but hostile. Okay, enemy switching to alternative tactical mode.
Yeah, well, it's still not gonna help you.
This plays if someone eludes the machine.
Kieran, my dear grand inventor, who else possesses such a keen mind? Could any other of my inner circle achieve such industrial marvels? I appreciate how superbly your clockwork soldiers performed in Dunwall, cutting those guards still loyal to Emily Caldwin to ribbons. And Brianna Ashworth claims you've been invaluable helping with her oraculum contraption. Delilah will be pleased. Please dispatch a courier as soon as you have what you need from Anton Sokolov. Press him as you see fit. No methods are off limits. We must find a way to produce your clockwork soldiers in greater quantities. Your Duke, Luca Abel.
Ramsey and the Crown Killer were just the start. I need to break down Delilah's remaining allies. Jindosh, the Duke, all of them.
When this plays, check central rotor.
Oh. I'll be back. My electroshock machine provides insight into the human mind, although admittedly the subject is damaged or destroyed in the process. The advancement of knowledge is usually worth the sacrifice, of course. That's unethical. Once having tested it on a baker, I found that I could obliterate memories of his life and thus his personality while not impeding his ability to bake bread. I thought it odd at the time, but it's this exact aspect I was trying Sadly, I've never been able to reproduce it to my satisfaction. Sokolov, however, is no mere baker. If he refuses to aid me, it's doubtful that the machine could be used to weaken his willpower without also obliterating the knowledge and capabilities that are so precious to me. Still, the thought of reducing Sokolov to a state of infantile stupor is satisfying. You are a monster. Oh, so that's the same one. Forever.
Brianna Ashworth.
So many events in motion, each exerting subtle gravity. With Delilah, a new empire could be drawn, and all the old barriers broken. Much could be accomplished. My clockwork soldiers have played their part, but each costs more coin than a wealthy man sees in a lifetime. It would take
My efforts to fine-tune the electroshock machine have been less than successful, breaking down the more bothersome elements of the subject's personality, such as willpower, while leaving cognition and creativity unharmed, has proven unrealistic. Instead, my machine leaves the subject babbling like a child, which is the opposite of what I need from Sokolov. This is a beautiful view.
triggering electrostatic discharge. Stand clear.
Sokolov is more resistant to the notion of collaborating than anticipated. He's a stubborn old goat, which could be his undoing unless I'm careful with the electroshock machine. My goal is to render Sokolov pliable, but still capable of assisting me in designing a new version of the Clockwork Soldier. At the moment,
Playback indicates lost enemy. Resourceful. Using one of the transformations to trap my clockwork soldier. You've added a few precious minutes to your life.
where did I trap him?
All movements are linked. Everything has a purpose. It's all connected, you see.
If you think this is mind-bending, it's because it is.
I think you'll like what's coming next, stranger.
I doubt it. Honestly, I bear no ill will towards Emily Caldwin or her father, the Royal Protector. I've never given a single fig tip for any of those palace-born nobles in Dunwall, so how could I think ill of one empress or another? You would be incorrect in suggesting that my motivations for assisting the Duke were at least twofold. You would not be incorrect. I wanted to advance the causes of natural philosophy for the sake of the work itself, and to show those stodgy morons at the Academy the light they very nearly extinguished. Further, of course, I'm no stranger to infamy, and in fact I'm fond of it. But there's more driving the engines of my desire. Dynasties rise and fall with the ages, though mundane catalysts such as famine, plague, or bankruptcy through. Now, however, we live in a time that is shaped by genius, just as Roseboro, Sokolov, Joplin, and Hypatia have set the wheels of history spinning with their contributions, so will Kirin Jindosh, and it is my goal to eclipse those who came before me. No matter how the history books record the tale regarding this turn in power, it must be stated that it was only possible through the advances in industry and technology in industry, technology, and exploration. Now, power now rests in the hands of the brilliant, and the world will never be the same. Somebody's got an ego.
At last, stranger, you found me. You realize you're only the second person to set foot in this room, the most sophisticated laboratory in the Isles. Please, try not to damage anything as you die. Clockwork soldiers, dispatch this intruder! Bill Eibelin, take this opportunity to back-charge second coil.
Kirin Jindosh.
Make a note. Remove Duke.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Switching to alternative tactical mode.
No! That wasn't what I meant to do. It was certainly funny, though. I meant to, like, far reach to him, not pull him towards me.
You realize you're only the second person to set foot in this room, the most sophisticated laboratory in the Isles. Please, try not to damage anything as you die. Protection with our clockwork soldiers.
Kirin Jindosh.
Switching to alternative tactical mode. Playback indicates a young woman.
Kill her!
Triggering electrostatic discharge. Stand clear.
Ooh, wait, I know how to do this now. I know how to do this. Never mind, I'm not even gonna wait to die because I will die that way. I know how to do this.
You realize you're only the second person to set foot in this room, the most sophisticated laboratory in the Isles. Please, try not to damage anything as you die. Clockwork soldiers, dispatch this intruder. Registered. Machine is experienced.
This must be the electroshock machine Jindosh mentioned.
Combat Protocol 6. The machine has entered combat. Playback for combat protocol.
What? Okay, well. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine.
Come out and end it.
What do I have?
Know that your last moment, the last vision you behold, is a work of scintillating industry. The very pinnacle of invention. Playback for unambiguous enemy. Aristocratic profile. Entering. That protocol. Another test for the clockwork soldiers. Each makes them better. In the end. Quarry.
There's pretty much nothing I can do here.
Unauthorized presence.
Oop, I died.
Extending exploration of the area.
Okay.
Copy that. It's coming from over there.
Each new visitor is another test for the clockwork soldiers. Each makes them better. In the end.
Maybe put some silver in your imperial skull.
Is a young woman.
Oh, or
Kieran Jindosh.
Kieran, it is my hope that the pale stars look down with favor upon your attempts to gain Sokolov's favor. But if the old goat will not bend to your will, I can offer an alternative to merely keeping him locked in your assessment chamber and subjecting him to cruel electrotherapy. I've started a new effigy cast in Sokolov's shape. Given time, I believe it might grant me some influence over your esteemed guest. I tire of dealing with my old teacher. I'm confident that I don't need him to simplify the design of the clockwork soldier, but without Sokolov, it could take years to reduce the cost of each clockwork to design a version that can be built with cheaper, more readily available materials and assembly by Duke Abel's half-witted factory workers. The Duke will get his clockwork army. I'll make sure of that. The question is when. I'll keep experimenting with the electroshock machine, trying to get it just right, and if Sokolov can't be made to help me, I'll continue using the machine on him anyway as entertainment. You are a cruel bitch. Oh, that is new. 2 dead on our first day on the continent, but the new world was not sated and would have one more. None other than the captain himself. His group found a cluster of small rodents, much like rabbits or prairie moles. The lure of fresh meat proved too much of a temptation for our good captain, who had dined on scant fish and some rations as the crew all these dreary months. On the same rations as the crew all these dreary months. He was able to grab one of the creatures with his bare hands, but the docile beasts were not so tame after all. Having allowed the captain to pick it up, the creature became enraged and delivered several stings from a gland hidden in its tail. The captain complained of heat and itching where the stings had penetrated, but insisted they press on. He died of asphyxiation within a quarter hour. It was suddenly obvious to me that at this rate of attrition, we would soon not only fail to sufficiently research the continent, but we might soon lack enough crew to make the return voyage. Something had to be done to save the venture, and so I immediately declared myself captain. On my orders, the remaining crew kept to the relative safety of the beach for the duration of the week, though I sent 2 young academy students armed with nets and cages to fetch a live sample of the quote-unquote prairie mole that had so swiftly killed the captain. As first and foremost, ours was a research expedition. Bro's got no life.
Anton Sokolov, once the royal physician and head of the Academy of Natural Philosophy. In your prime, the most sought-after painter in all the Empire. My hero,
Nothing.
If you're going to use this inelegant device against me, get on with it, Jindosh. I'm not sure what you hope to accomplish. I must admit to feeling a bit of professional curiosity as to the function of the apparatus. Patience, friend, patience. The sequence of events is important. You'll come to understand my electroshock machine, but when? Before or after that light leaves your eyes? And where does it go when it disappears? Who will tell me that? Did anyone ever love the sound of his own voice as much as he do, Kieran? Perhaps the device could tell us that.
No, sadly, it cannot. But what it can do is take from you the thing you love the most, your precious intellect. If you won't agree to collaborate on the next clockwork prototype, I'll use the device on that brain of yours, Sokolov.
I refuse. I'm a controlling idiot. At least I won't be bothered by any more of your rambling.
Today I'll raise the anatomy platform, bringing it up to the laboratory floor where I can resume my work evaluating the rune artifact. So even as a man dedicated to natural philosophy, I must admit that my association with the occultist Brianna Ashworth has renewed my interest in the study of whalebone, given what I've seen over the past 3 years. Working with Brianna, I could not entirely dispel the idea that the bones of the Leviathans possess unusual properties. When pressed, she speaks in the meaningless palaver of the spiritualist. I can't. He's so fucking obnoxious. Yeah, we already read that. Good. There's insufficient power to operate. Until this is rectified, I'll have to compensate, freeing up more power for the electroshock machine by configuring other laboratory platforms so they draw the least power.
Lab machines are draining away too much electricity.
This is exhausting. But we gotta get our loot. Here we go. Oh great, there's a dead body. Multiple dead bodies just rotting here. Okay, cool. Hate that. Okay, we already played this, never mind. Can we stop it? Thank you. It's a battle of what dies first, my will or my headset.
electroshock machine should work now.
Wrong thing.
Anton Sokolov, once the royal physician and head of the Academy of Natural Philosophy.
No! You don't know what you're doing! Anything! I'll give you anything you want! Stop! Don't do this! So much will be lost!
Nothing of value will be lost. And nothing of value was lost.
And if I combine the essence of scent of copper plate, it... What does it do?
Yeah, he can go fuck himself. We're outside. Fascinating. Great. Where did we get the maintenance key? I'm greedy. I need everything.
It's a long way down.
But it's a beautiful view. I'm just gonna look it up. Are you kidding me? I love that. Blink wouldn't do this to me. Blink wouldn't betray me this way. Holy shit! This is fine. No! Jesus. Oh my, I'm not moving. Jesus. I could have just done that. And now I can't get out. I'm stuck again. I love this. I love this. Okay. I'm... That's how easy it was. I'm just... I had a moment, guys. I had a moment. That is an actual fucking dead body. This guy sucks. There's just dead bodies. Casually. Everywhere. What? Oh my god. Thank you. I'm fucking stuck. Let's go, Sokolov.
Emily Caldwin, if you're here, things have gone further than I thought. But Kieran Jindosh?
Not dead, but I used his machines on him. His mind is not what it was.
You were an interesting little girl. You've become a fascinating woman.
Up we go. I'm looking up how to get that bone charm because it's bothering me. He's been through worse.
Cooling down. The machine has lost its quarry.
I see.
Quarry lost.
Oh. Oh my gosh! My cat was in here with me! I thought I had been abandoned. I hadn't. She loves me. I missed her completely. Here, she left. She's gone. Where was she? I heard her like hop down from something, but she doesn't go on the thing.
Playback indicates a young woman, armed. Is the hand
Nice. You know, we had to get a little bit more destruction of property in. Fabulous, just fabulous. I know. I captured her.
You are a nuisance to the city. Didn't anybody tell you?
Just carrying an unconscious man through the city streets.
You did it. How is he?
Not well.
Frail and wounded, but he'll recover. I didn't think it was possible. You must have a story to tell. I'll hear it back at the ship.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave the whole setup and stuff for next time because it's been a long time. Look at that! We didn't kill anybody. Full non-lethal, full assault. That is what I like to see. Hell yeah. Yeah. All the runes. We missed a bone charm. We missed a bone charm. Somewhere we missed a bone charm. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You're awakened with a strange feeling. And we will leave that strange feeling for next time. So, next time we will pick up with that, but for now, my head hurts terribly. So we'll be back, not next week, the week after, with this. It's gonna be a time. It's gonna be a time. I'm gonna go because I don't feel well. My head. The motion sickness in gaming is. If any of you guys have any advice for me there, drop some tips for motion sickness with games down below. Thank you. Goodbye. Well, actually, now I'm saying goodbye. I hope that you all have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you again at some point. You know? Bye-bye.